Okay, real talk. Have you ever met someone you really liked and you wanted to say something charming, something warm, something that showed you were interested, but in English, your brain completely froze? You knew exactly what you wanted to say in your own language, but in English, nothing. Absolute silence. If that has ever happened to you, this episode is going to change everything. I'm Lia, and welcome to Talk Lia.
And I'm Kevin. And Lia, I have to be honest, that has happened to me more times than I am comfortable admitting. You meet someone, you smile, you open your mouth, and what comes out is just, you are a very nice person. And then you want to disappear into the floor.
We have all been there. And here's the thing, flirting in English isn't just about romance. It's about being warm, charming, confident, and playful in conversation. It's a social skill that makes your English feel alive and human. And today we're going to teach you exactly how to do it in a way that's natural, respectful, and genuinely fun.
By the end of this episode, you'll have real phrases to start conversations with someone you're interested in, clever compliments that go beyond just "you're beautiful," playful responses that keep the conversation going, and the confidence to express interest in English without freezing or sounding awkward.
And we have a question for you before we start. Have you ever tried to flirt in English, or has the language barrier stopped you? Tell us your story in the comments. We love hearing from you, and your answers genuinely make our day.
And if you're new to Talk Lia, I'm Kevin, she's Lia. Welcome to the family. Hit subscribe on Talk Lia right now. We post a fresh English lesson every single day, and this community is one of the warmest on the internet. You're going to love it here.
All right, Kevin, let's start with the basics. How do you start a conversation with someone you're interested in? Because that first moment, that opening line, is everything. Let's go.
Oh, I've been waiting for this one. Let's do it.
Okay, so section 1 is all about starting the conversation, the opener. And the most important thing to know about flirting in English is this. The best opening lines don't actually sound like flirting. They sound like genuine, warm, curious interest. That's the secret. You're not trying to impress. You're trying to connect.
Exactly right. And the formula for a great opener is simple. It's observation plus question. You notice something real about the situation or the person, and you turn it into a natural question or comment. For example, I couldn't help but notice you're reading that book. Is it good? Or, hey, this is a great coffee spot. Do you come here often? Warm, curious, zero pressure.
And here are some more natural, genuine openers that work in real life. You have such a great laugh. What was so funny? I love your style. Where did you get that? You seem really interesting. I'd love to know more about you. Notice, all of these are specific. They're not generic. Specific compliments and questions show that you're actually paying attention. That's charming.
Here's one of my personal favorites for starting a conversation. I hope this isn't too forward, but I just had to say, you seem like a really cool person. That phrase, I hope this isn't too forward, is brilliant because it shows self-awareness. You're acknowledging that you're making a move, and that kind of confidence combined with humility is extremely attractive in any language.
And what about when you want to keep the conversation going after the opener? Use follow-up questions. What do you do for fun? What kind of music do you like? Have you been to this place before? These are sometimes called conversation bridges. They take you from the opener into a real flowing conversation, and that's where real connection happens.
Can you think of a situation where you'd want to start a conversation with someone new? Maybe at a coffee shop, a party, a class, or even online? Try writing your own opener in the comments right now, using the formula, observation plus question or comment. Don't worry about being perfect. Just try it. We want to read yours.
Now, what about the negative version? What are the openers to avoid? Generic lines like, "Are you an angel because you fell from heaven?" These are very well known and often feel uncomfortable or cliché in real life. Modern English flirting is much more natural and grounded. Real, specific, observational, not theatrical.
And one more tip, always read the room. If someone seems busy, distracted, or uninterested, it's completely okay and respectful to simply smile and let the moment pass. Real flirting in English includes knowing when not to push. That emotional intelligence is actually one of the most attractive qualities in any language.
So 3 things to remember for openers. Be specific, be genuine, and always be respectful of the other person's energy. A warm, observational opener with a real question is always more powerful than any rehearsed line.
Section 1 summary. Great openers use the formula, observation plus question. Be specific, not generic. Use phrases like, I hope this isn't too forward, to show self-awareness. Follow up with conversation bridges like, what do you do for fun? And always read the room. Write your opener in the comments. We are genuinely excited to read them.
Wonderful. Now, let's talk about something that sits at the very heart of flirting, giving compliments. Now, in English, a good compliment is specific, sincere, and unexpected. And the difference between a compliment that creates connection and one that feels awkward is almost entirely in the detail. Let's dig in.
Early in a conversation. Instead, try complimenting something specific and non-physical first. You have such a warm energy. The way you talk about things you love is really infectious. I really admire how passionate you are about that.
These compliments are powerful because they show that you're actually listening and paying attention, and that is one of the most attractive things a person can do. Think about it. When someone notices something specific about you, not just the obvious things, it makes you feel genuinely seen. That's real connection.
Let me show you the difference with a quick demonstration. Generic compliment. You look nice today. Specific compliment. That color really suits you. It makes your eyes stand out. Same topic, completely different effect. The specific version shows observation. It shows thought. It shows that you actually looked.
And you can absolutely compliment someone's personality, intelligence, or sense of humor too. These are often even more powerful than physical compliments. You're honestly the funniest person I've talked to today. You have such a unique way of seeing things. I love that. Talking to you is really easy. That doesn't happen often for me. That last one is beautiful because it's vulnerable and a compliment at the same time.
First tip, always make your compliment feel like an observation, not a performance. I noticed that you, or I really like how you, these frames feel genuine. Second tip, after a compliment, always follow with a question. Don't just give the compliment and stand there. I love your taste in music. What else do you listen to? The question shows continued interest. Third tip, accept compliments gracefully too. Instead of, oh no, not at all, try, thank you so much. That's really kind of you to say.
Oh, accepting compliments gracefully is such an underrated skill. In many cultures, people deflect compliments out of modesty. But in English conversation, especially in a flirting context, accepting a compliment warmly and confidently actually creates more connection. It lets the other person know their words landed well.
Here's a quick practice. I'll play the person giving the compliment, and you practice responding. Ready? I have to say, you have a really great sense of humor. How do you respond? Try saying it out loud right now. Warmly, confidently, naturally. Something like, thank you, that genuinely made my day. Or, that's such a lovely thing to say, thank you.
Write a compliment in the comments, a specific, genuine one you could give to someone you admire. It can be about their personality, their energy, their style, their passion, anything real. Practice writing it here so that when the real moment comes, the words are ready. We want to read the most creative ones.
Section 2 review. Great compliments are specific, sincere, and observational. Compliment personality, energy, and humor, not just appearance. Follow compliments with questions to keep the conversation flowing. Accept compliments warmly and confidently. And always make the other person feel genuinely seen. That is the real magic of a great compliment in English.
Okay, this is the section I've been most excited about, because once you've started the conversation and given a genuine compliment, the next level of flirting in English is playful banter, light teasing, witty exchanges, the kind of back and forth conversation that feels like a fun game between two people who are genuinely enjoying each other. Let's talk about how to do this naturally.
And let me say this up front. Good banter is never mean. It's never about putting someone down or making them feel embarrassed. It's about creating a warm, playful energy between two people where both sides are smiling. Think of it like a game of verbal tennis. Light, fast, fun, and enjoyable for both players.
So here are some great banter phrases that work beautifully in English. Oh, really? I'm going to need more convincing than that, said with a smile when someone makes a claim. Are you always this charming, or am I just lucky today? Playful and confident. I think you might be trouble. Said warmly, it's a very classic flirting line that implies the other person is exciting and interesting.
And one of my absolute favorite banter moves in English is the playful challenge. I bet you say that to everyone, said after a nice compliment, with a smile. It's a little bit teasing, and it invites the other person to insist that no, they really mean it. That back and forth is classic, fun, and completely natural in English flirting. It creates a little spark of tension that keeps both people engaged.
Let me give you some real conversation examples. Imagine someone says, "I think you're the most interesting person in this room." A great banter response. "High bar you've set for yourself there. I hope I live up to it." Or, "Well, you clearly have excellent taste." Both responses are playful, confident, and funny. They show wit without being aggressive.
And what about keeping the conversation going when there's a natural lull? Great phrases for this. "Okay, I have to ask you something, and you have to be completely honest." This creates immediate intrigue. "This is going to sound random, but what's your unpopular opinion about something?" That kind of unexpected question is brilliant because it breaks routine and creates real conversation. If you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you be? Imaginative, personal, and revealing.
Tips for polite and natural banter. First, always match the other person's energy. If they're playful back, go with it. If they seem more serious or quiet, dial it back and be warmer and more genuine. Second, always make sure your teasing is about the situation, never about insecurities. "You're really competitive, aren't you?" said after a fun game is great. Teasing about personal things someone might be sensitive about, never.
Tone and delivery is everything in banter. A smile in your voice, even over a phone call, completely changes how a playful comment lands. If you can hear the warmth and the fun in the other person's tone, you know you're in a good banter flow. And if someone seems uncertain or uncomfortable, the warmest thing you can do is ease back and just be genuinely kind.
Let's do a quick mini practice. I'll say something and you respond with a playful banter line. Ready? I say, "I have to warn you, I'm actually really competitive." Your turn, respond with something playful. Try something like, "Oh good, I was hoping for a challenge." Or, "Finally, someone worth competing with." Say it out loud, with a smile in your voice.
And write your best banter line in the comments. Something playful, something fun, something that would make someone smile. It can be a response to a compliment, a playful challenge, or just a witty one-liner. The most charming comment gets a personal reply from us. Structural review. Banter is verbal tennis, light, warm, and fun for both sides. Use playful challenges, confident responses, and unexpected questions. Match the other person's energy always. And remember, warmth and kindness are always more attractive than wit alone.
Okay, mistake time. And these are mistakes I've personally witnessed. Mistakes Kevin has made. He told me himself. And mistakes that are incredibly common for English learners when trying to flirt or be charming in English. No judgment, only learning.
Mistake number 1. Translating compliments too literally from your first language. This is the most common one, and it can create some very unexpected moments. In some languages, a phrase that means "you look amazing" translates literally into something completely different in English, and sometimes even funny or strange. Wrong. "You have a very white skin." In some cultures, this is a compliment, but in English, it can sound very awkward. Better, "You look absolutely radiant today." Always learn compliments in English as full phrases. Never translate word by word.
Why does this happen? Because when we're nervous or excited, our brain defaults to our first language and tries to translate on the spot. The fix is preparation. Learn 5 to 10 solid English compliments and practice them until they feel automatic. Then your brain doesn't need to translate under pressure. It already knows.
Mistake number 2. Being too formal or too stiff. Wrong. "I would like to inform you that I find you very attractive." I know that sounds extreme, but learners who are used to formal English sometimes speak like this in casual situations, and it creates a very stiff, uncomfortable energy. Correct. "I just wanted to say, I think you're really lovely." Keep it warm, human, and conversational. Flirting is casual language, not professional language.
Mistake number 3. Using very old or very movie-style pickup lines. Wrong. "Do you have a map? I keep getting lost in your eyes." In real life, in 2025, these lines almost always land as cringe rather than charming. Native speakers rarely use them sincerely. They're fun to know, but in real flirting situations, genuine and specific always beats theatrical and rehearsed.
Mistake number 4. Not listening enough. Flirting is a two-way conversation, not a performance. Some learners focus so hard on the next thing they're going to say that they stop listening to what the other person is actually saying, and then the conversation becomes one-sided and flat. Better, genuinely listen, respond to what they said, and let the conversation breathe. The most attractive thing you can do in any conversation is make the other person feel truly heard.
Quick fix practice. I'll say the awkward version. You say the better version out loud. Awkward. I am having a liking for your presence. Better. Say it. I really enjoy talking to you. Awkward. Your appearance is very pleasing to my eyes. Better. You look amazing today. Say them with warmth and a smile, even if you're alone right now. Your voice needs the practice.
Honestly, making mistakes when you're trying to connect with someone in a second language is one of the bravest things you can do. It takes real courage. And even when something comes out a little awkward, a warm smile and genuine intention will always carry you further than perfect grammar. People connect with hearts, not textbooks. Keep trying, keep practicing. You've absolutely got this.
All right, everyone, time for our favorite section. Choose the best response. 2 options. You pick the one that sounds most natural, most charming, and most genuine in English. Say your answer out loud. Ready? Let's go.
Situation 1. Someone you like says, "I can't believe how quickly this evening is going." Option A. Yes, time is passing at a fast rate. Option B. I know. I think that means we're having a good time. Which one sounds natural and charming?
Option B. It's warm. It acknowledges the shared experience, and it gently implies you're both enjoying each other's company. Option A is technically correct, but completely stiff and robotic for this moment. Say option B out loud. Feel how natural it flows.
Situation 2. You want to give someone a compliment about their personality. Option A. You are a person with good character traits. Option B. You have such a warm energy. I felt it the moment we started talking. Which one?
Option B, always. Specific, observational, genuine. It tells the person exactly what you noticed and when you noticed it. That specificity is what makes a compliment feel real rather than rehearsed. Say it out loud, slowly, warmly.
Situation 3. Someone says to you, "You're really easy to talk to." Option A. Thank you. I have practiced conversation skills. Option B. That means a lot. Honestly, talking to you is just really easy too. Which response creates more connection?
Option B, always. You accept the compliment gracefully and give it back, which creates a beautiful moment of mutual warmth. Option A is factual but completely kills the moment. Thank you, I have practiced. Imagine saying that and then just staring at them. So funny, but so wrong for the situation.
Situation 4. There's a lull in conversation and you want to keep things interesting. Option A. So, the weather has been quite consistent lately. Option B. Okay, completely random question, but what's something you're really passionate about that most people don't know? Which one keeps the spark going?
Option B, every time. Unexpected, personal, and genuinely curious. Option A, talking about the weather, is the classic conversation killer. Option B opens a door into who the person really is, and that's where real connection lives.
Your personal challenge. Write your own flirting scenario in the comments. Set the scene. Where are you? What's happening? And write the line you'd use. Opener, compliment, or banter. Be creative, be warm, be brave. The best scenarios get a personal response from us. Real conversation beats perfect grammar. Every single time.
What an episode! I am honestly so happy we made this one, because flirting in English is one of those topics that every learner thinks about, but almost nobody teaches. And now you have real tools, real phrases, real confidence to connect with people in English in a warm, genuine, and charming way.
Final recap. Section 1, great openers use observation plus question. Be specific, be genuine, read the room. Phrases like, I hope this isn't too forward, show self-awareness and confidence. Section 2, great compliments are specific and sincere. Compliment energy, personality, and passion, not just appearance. Always follow with a question to keep the conversation alive. Section 3, playful banter is verbal tennis. Warm, light, fun for both people. Match energy, use unexpected questions, and always lead with kindness over cleverness.
And the golden thread through all 3 sections, genuine interest is the most attractive thing in any language. When you're truly curious about another person, when you're really listening, when you're being authentically yourself,
That is the real secret to connecting in English. The phrases are tools. Your warmth is the magic.
Here's your reflection question. Is there a real situation coming up where you might use some of today's phrases? A social event, a date, a class, an app conversation? Think about it and write your plan in the comments. Which phrase are you going to try first? We genuinely want to know.
If this episode made you smile, made you feel more confident, or gave you even one phrase you want to try, please give it a like. Share it with a friend who's learning English. Subscribe to Talk Lia for a brand new lesson every single day. And leave your scenario and your best line in the comments. We read every single one.
You are braver than you know for learning a second language and putting yourself out there in conversation and connection in life. That courage is genuinely beautiful. I'm Kevin, she's Lia, and we are rooting for you. Always. Thank you so much for joining us today on Talk Lia. We'll see you next time. Keep practicing, keep connecting, and keep being wonderfully, authentically you.